J.K. Rowling refusing to back down from criticism after recent comments on transgender people. Even cast members from the Harry Potter franchise have spoken out against her as the LGBTQ community celebrates Pride Month this month. Our Teresa Priolo has more on this growing outrage.
J.K. Rowling is not a friend to transgender people.
J.K. Rowling on the defense after being called out for what activists say is an alarming history of transphobic actions and remarks.
Transgender women are women. Transgender men are men. Non-binary people are non-binary.
The latest round of controversy began with Rowling tweeting this: "People who menstruate, I'm sure there used to be a word for those people," suggesting only women menstruate. The backlash was swift. She soldiered on. If sex isn't real, then the lived reality of women globally is erased.
We know that gender is different from sex, and that acknowledging gender does not in any way erase the experience of other identities.
Dr. Carl Street is a physician and an LGBTQIA+ advocate.
There are many people who don't menstruate who also identify as women, so trans women in particular, but menstruation is not the definition of what a woman is.
Rowling attempted to explain her remarks in a blog post. Quote, "It's also clear that one of the objectives of denying the importance of sex is to erode what some seem to see as the cruelty segregationist idea of women having their own biological realities." DJ Lena Bradford is trans. She's built her legacy as a fighter for trans rights.
I don't see how you can be a writer, how you can be a woman and not only empathetic, but just open and understanding to listening and educating yourself.
Rowling's wealth and fame is built upon the Harry Potter series, a world created from the perspective of a boy who didn't fit in, books about inclusivity and celebrating uniqueness.
How is this person who created a beautiful world that was inclusive and all about being brave and compassionate saying things that go so against those principles?
And then there's the question of the long-term damage to the movement and Black trans lives. The Human Rights Coalition cites 26 violent deaths in 2019 of Black trans lives, crimes that are often underreported and overlooked.
Being open and empathetic and listening to them and finding out where they're coming from helps the discussion and helps people get further out of their way.
Teresa Priolo, Fox 5 News.